A Yorkshire Childhood, Chapter 15, entitled Churchyard. Tom was always telling him to make the most of every day, and he was determined to do just that. He wandered around looking for somewhere to go. Then he stumbled on a churchyard and decided to investigate. He liked looking at the old headstones, and he liked the tranquility of the place. A crow circled overhead as he walked around, and he was glad it was daylight. Being in a churchyard in the dark was not his idea of fun. It took a while for him to notice a lady sitting on a bench outside. She smiled at him, and he continued reading the headstones. He tried to imagine what life was like living in the past. He knew that it was a simpler time, but also a lot harder. He hoped to live to be 100. It was obvious to him that people died a lot younger in the past by looking at the headphones, and that just wasn't good enough. He watched as the old lady got up from her seat and went over to an old crumbling headstone and knelt down. Josh was distracted reading all the unfortunate names on the headstones, and he looked up to see the woman, but she was nowhere to be seen. He walked over to the headstone and looked around. She couldn't have gone far, he thought. Maybe she went for a walk. He ran round wondering where she had gone, but she was nowhere in sight. A curious thought made the hairs on his neck stand upright. What if she wasn't just an old lady, thought Josh. Maybe she was a ghost. He didn't want to hang around long to find out, and he quickly left the cemetery before any more strange sights could reveal themselves to him. It was time to head home. Luckily, the field was empty of cows, and he brushed the mud from his trousers and then knocked on the garage door. Tom opened it, covered in oil and grease on his blue overalls, but he was looking happy. "Hi, son, how's your day been?" "Oh, okay," said Josh. "I just did a quiet walk round the village." There was no mention of cows. "Are you hungry?" inquired Tom. "I'm starving, Dad," Josh replied with a grin. Pretty soon the eggs were bubbling and the chips were frying, and a delicious smell filled the kitchen. Josh was so hungry he couldn't wait to tuck in.